King T in, they're off. Fair start. JJ's Empress comes away, gets that lead. King T chasing on the outside. Supreme Cat left back, overtaken right there by Marine Tutor. Awesome Wildcat is right there too with Marine Tutor. Spick and Span racing on the rail. Supreme Cat further back in behind them. A gap opens up to Miss May now, overtaking Kodaman, the new trailer. Rushing down the back stretch, they've left the sixth, and it's JJ's Empress and King T dueling for that lead. They're eye to eye, and King T now shows narrowly on the outside of JJ's Empress. A gap of 5 lengths to Spick and Span. Awesome Wildcat cruising on her outside. Right in behind those, that's Supreme Cat in the blue cap. Marine Tutor racing further back, just a length down in the yellow with the green sleeves. A gap of 4 to Kodaman and Miss May toward the outside. The field have left the half mile and speed has been injected, and King T now looks to have stolen it, slipping away by maybe 10 lengths. Being chased by JJ's Empress toward the outside. Awesome Wildcat asked to close up, then Spick and Span. Being ridden down against the rail. That's Marine Tutor in the yellow as the leader King T has left the ball for dead into the lane at the top of it now, and it's King T with a clear advantage. P.Francis using hands alone. A gap opens up to the rest. On the outside, Awesome Wildcat. Supreme Cat in the center. Miss May down against the rail in the blue sleeves, but up front it's King T, the one to catch if you can. A furlong left to do it in, and King T continues to motor. Now the stick comes out in the right hand once again, still holding on to a clear lead, beginning to tie up just a little bit, but looks to have done more than enough to capture the first event, and King T will run out an easy winner. Miss May is second, third Supreme Cat, Kodaman strolling in for fourth. In the winner's enclosure, the unofficial winner of the first, number 9 King T. The 4-year-old chestnut gelding is by Royal Minister. Champion Melody by Patton Jack, bred Terence Strawn, owned the T's stable. Trained P.Francis, ridden to victory by P.Francis. Second one, Miss May. Third 8, Supreme Cat. Fourth 6, Kodaman. The splits 24-3, 47-2, 113. Final time 1 minute 42. The margins 5.5, 1 3/4. There goes the light. Field in line, all set. They're off. Mojito Jam gets a good start wide. Yes, We Will is also tugging for his head. Asked to go for that lead with Dr. Devious right there. Princess Amoya and Cruiser race wide of these horses. Little bit in the green right with them. Eloping Emma just in behind them. Prince of Arabia runs right against the fence making ground. The valedictorian further back. Prime Minister is on the outside of Shiva's Boy. And Hale the Genius will have to do more running in the stretch. He's last as they make their way running toward the 5. Mojito Jam setting out on that lead by just over 1 length. Eloping Emma and Prince of Arabia right there in behind him. Dr. Devious is settled down in 4th spot, no more than 3.5 lengths off the lead. Princess Amoya asked to quicken on the outside of runners. Yes, We Will in between horses. Little bit coming just off the rail. Cruiser racing in the white sleeves out wide, possibly 7 or 8 lengths off that lead. Another length and a half back to Prime Minister racing down on the outside of the valedictorian. Hale the Genius in the brown with the white sleeves now making progress. And forget Shiva's Boy outsped as the field now make their way toward the final 5/16. It's Mojito Jam. Eloping Emma trying to get to him. Toward the outside, Dr. Devious just in behind them. That's Princess Amoya. Little bit will get a run toward the inside. Hale the Genius right down against the fence along with Yes We Will. But they come spread across the course and run toward the furlong pole, and Dr. Devious has now grabbed the lead. Princess Amoya running in his slipstream. Eloping Emma toward his inside. Over on the far side, little bit now comes a calling, but it's Dr. Devious and Winston Griffiths. They're battling to hold the advantage inside the final 16th. Little bit now beginning to close over on the far side. Here's Princess Amoya wide. They've driven to the line, and Little bit just beats Dr. Devious and Princess Amoya close in behind. In the winner's enclosure, the unofficial winner of the 7th, number 4, Little Bit. A 7-year-old big gelding. He's by Family Calling. Here Come the Girls by Northern Flagship. Bred Lawrence Heffes, owned Russell Williams. Trained Colin Ferguson, the second win on the card for the champion jockey D.CARDENAS. Second 8, Dr. Devious. Third 12, Princess Amoya. Fourth 7, Hale, the Genius. They're off. Willingston starts well on the far side, not stamp of authority. Came off the slowest. Reggae Princess quickens against the fence, and Reggae Princess now grabs that lead over Willingston and the Gummer in the red with the white sleeves. Uncle Ken tracks them from fourth. She's My Heart racing down on the outside of horses. A Reggae Rock racing right there on the rail. Ghost Rapper overtakes on his outside. Invictus is further back, then Time of Storm, Stamp of Authority. Seco races in the white with the stars. White Star races up next, and last of all, it's Paso Doble as the field head to the half mile. They're almost there and about to enter the turn. Willingston hidden from view. He's on the outside challenging for the lead. Reggae Princess right there against the fence as they slip past the 7/16th. Ghost Rapper has every move of the first two covered if they fail. Invictus on the outside now begins a run. She's My Heart looks to be fading back a bit. Overtaken by the Gummer. Uncle Ken in the yellow with the black sleeves down against the fence in a handy position. Time of Storm asked to close up along with Reggae Rock, but they're into the lane. A quarter of a mile to run. Willingston. Reggae Princess taken off the fence. Ghost Rapper is in the center of the course. The Gummer and Invictus out wide. Down the stretch they make their way toward the furlong pole, and it's a Ghost Rapper and the Gummer now who go on. Over on the rail, Willingston running on the spot. Invictus in behind them. Reggae Princess has cried enough, but it's the Gummer being pushed out. Ghost Rapper battling on the inside, but the Gummer now begins to inch away, and the Gummer beats Ghost Rapper. Invictus, Willingston. Could be Uncle Ken finishing in behind them in fifth. The unofficial winner, number 9, the Gummer. 6-year-old Bay Gelding. He's the real thing. Executive profile by Dispersal. Bred and known, Winston Kong. Trained Wind Acosta, the rider, Dane Nelson. Second, 4, Ghost Rapper. Third, 12, Invictus. Fourth, 13, Willingston. Field in line, track clear for racing. All set to go for the third. 1,820 meters. They're off. Fair start, Eloping Emma points early. Also Mark moving up wide in the blue. Shiva's Boy racing down against the fence, cuts the corner into that clubhouse turn, and it's Shiva's Boy who picks up the advantage and slips away by almost 3 lengths over Eloping Emma. Mojito Jam racing right there on the rail. Also Mark cruising along in fourth spot as they begin to bunch in behind the leader, Shiva's Boy. Prime Minister moving down on the outside and now moving quickly into second spot as Shiva's Boy leaves the 7. A length and a tail in front of Prime Minister. Also Mark on the outside, Eloping Emma and Mojito Jam just ahead of also Mark. Prince of Arabia settled down in behind them. The valedictorian cruising against the rail and looking full of run as they go past the 6. Wildglitz follows these, and last it's Prince of Peace. Down the back stretch they head toward the 5. Shiva's Boy continues to dictate terms but narrowly. Prime Minister pressing all the while 3 parts of a length down in second. Mojito Jam 3 lengths back and being driven along. Also Mark in between horses, now let loose by Cardenas as they're about to arrive at the half mile. Prince of Arabia shadows these, and the first 4 now bunch up. Mojito Jam left back in 5th, just in behind Mojito Jam as they leave the 7/16. That's Eloping Emma being pushed along toward the outside. Prince of Peace asked to make steady ground by the rider, the valedictorian in behind them, and last of all it's a Wildglitz. 5/16 remaining. They're about to come into the lane, and it's Dick Cardenas, the champion jockey, and also Mark at the head of the stretch, and they hold on to that lead, running toward the final 3/16. Prime Minister now let down for a challenge. Mojito Jam drifting out to the extreme outside, further back to Prince of Arabia near the rail. The valedictorian has made some progress, then Eloping Emma, but up front also Mark is under a strong drive. Prime Minister trying to get to him. Also Mark flat to the boards by Dick Cardenas. Prime Minister continues to nibble at the lead. Also Mark and Prime Minister battling. It's going to be a head bob. Prime Minister looks to have done it over also Mark, the valedictorian, possibly over Eloping Emma. In the winner's enclosure, the unofficial winner of the third 9, Prime Minister. An 8-year-old dark bay gelding by Royal Minister, Prime Plus by UK, bred Israel Williams. Owned and trained Patrick Lynch, the rider J.ERWIN. Second 6, also Mark. Third 4, the valedictorian. 4-3, eloping Emma.